Are you constantly dealing with bloating or digestive issues, but you're already eating healthy? The issue might not be what you're removing. It might be what you're missing. In this video, I'm sharing 5 powerful herbs and gut-friendly fruits that can help support healing and bring your digestion back into balance. If you enjoy learning about health and wellness and want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe. Like this video and share it with someone who needs it. All right now, let's take a closer look at 5 powerful herbs that help soothe and restore the gut. First one on the list, we have fennel seeds. Fennel works by relaxing the smooth muscle of the digestive tract. It doesn't just push gas through, it actually calms intestinal spasms that cause pressure, cramping, and that stretched, uncomfortable feeling after meals. One benefit that's often overlooked is fennel's support for bile flow. Bile is essential for digesting fats, and poor bile flow can lead to bloating and heaviness. The easiest way to use fennel is to chew half to 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds after meals. Chew slowly until the seeds release their natural sweetness. If you need deeper relief, fennel tea is very effective. Lightly crush 1 teaspoon of seeds, steep in hot water for 10 to 15 minutes, and sip warm. Next up is one of my favorites, ginger. Ginger's biggest benefits is its ability to stimulate stomach acid and digestive enzymes. These are essential for properly breaking down food. When stomach acid is too low, food can sit in the stomach longer than it should, leading to bloating, gas, and discomfort. One of the easiest ways to use ginger is as a tea before or after meals. This helps prepare the digestive system or supports it while it's working. You can also blend into smoothies and cooking for daily digestive support. If you have a sensitive gut, you're going to love this one. Marshmallow root. Marshmallow root is one of the most soothing herbs for gut healing, especially if your digestion feels irritated, inflamed, or sensitive. What makes marshmallow root unique is its high mucilage content. Once inside the body, it coats and protects the lining of the digestive tract and helping calm irritation. The most effective way to use marshmallow root is as a cold infusion tea. Unlike most herbs, marshmallow root works best when steeped in cool or room temperature water. This allows the mucilage to fully release without being damaged by heat. Simply add 1 tablespoon of marshmallow root to a jar of water, let it steep for several hours or overnight, then strain and sip throughout the day. Most people do well with about 400 to 600 milligrams per capsule, taken 1 to 3 times per day, preferably away from meals so it can coat and soothe the gut lining. Now, this one definitely holds true. Turmeric. Turmeric is one of the most well-known herbs for reducing inflammation, and it can be incredibly supportive for gut health. Turmeric contains a powerful active compound called curcumin. Curcumin helps calm inflammation throughout the digestive tract, which is especially helpful for people dealing with bloating, IBS-type symptoms, or general gut irritation. One important tip when using turmeric is to pair it with black pepper. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine, which can significantly improve the absorption of curcumin in the body. Turmeric is very versatile and can be used in several ways. It can be added fresh and grated into meals or smoothies, brewed into tea, or taken in capsule form. Most people do well with about 500 milligrams of curcumin extract once or twice daily, or 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of whole turmeric root for general gut support. Last, but definitely not least, slippery elm. What makes slippery elm unique is that when it mixes with water, it forms a gel-like substance. Once consumed, this gel coats the digestive tract, creating a protective layer over irritated or inflamed tissue. This makes slippery elm especially helpful for those who experience discomfort associated with gastritis, acid reflux, and general digestive system inflammation. Slippery elm is also very supportive for loose stools or sensitive digestion. The gel-like coating helps regulate bowel movements and provides nourishment to the intestinal lining, which can be especially beneficial after antibiotic use, when the gut may be inflamed or damaged. If you're using slippery elm in capsule form, the exact amount can vary depending on the brand, but most capsules are usually around 400 to 500 milligrams each. For most adults, a common range is about 2 to 3 capsules per day. It's best to take slippery elm with a full glass of water. It helps it form the gel-like texture that coats and soothes the digestive tract. If you're using slippery elm in powder form, the way you take it is a bit different. A typical adult amount is about half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon, taken 1 to 3 times per day. To prepare it, simply mix half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of the powder into a cup of warm water. Stir it well, and you'll notice it starts to thicken slightly. Once it reaches that smooth, slightly gel-like texture, go ahead and drink it. We've reached the 5 powerful herbs to help support your gut healing journey. Even incorporating 1 or 2 of these daily can make a noticeable difference. If you're taking any medications, make sure to speak with your healthcare provider before adding new supplements. Now let's talk about 5 fruits that can begin supporting your gut health. And in many cases, you may start noticing improvements within just a few weeks. All right, let's start off with red and purple grapes. These are a sweet, delicious treat and extremely supportive for your gut. The deep red and purple color in grapes comes from powerful plant compounds called polyphenols, including resveratrol. These polyphenols don't just act as antioxidants, they actually function as prebiotic-like compounds, meaning they help feed beneficial gut bacteria. They also help protect gut cells from oxidative stress, which contributes to inflammation and leaky gut. Now let's talk about amounts. For most healthy adults, a moderate serving is about 1/2 to 1 cup of fresh grapes per day, roughly 1 small handful. That's enough to provide beneficial polyphenols without overwhelming your system with sugar. If someone is diabetic, insulin resistant, or sensitive to blood sugar spikes, portion controls becomes even more important. In those cases, sticking closer to 1/2 cup, pairing grapes with protein or healthy fat, and monitoring blood glucose response is wise. Another gut healing favorite, blueberries. Blueberries are rich in polyphenols, but what makes them especially interesting is how they interact with your gut microbiome. A lot of those polyphenols don't get fully broken down in your stomach. They actually travel down to your colon, where they become fuel for your good gut bacteria. They're also naturally anti-inflammatory, and that matters because chronic low-grade gut inflammation can show up as bloating, irritation, or even poor nutrient absorption. Blueberries are naturally lower in sugar compared to many other fruits, which makes them a great choice if you're trying to keep your blood sugar more stable. Aim for about 1/2 cup to 1 cup a day, whether they're fresh or frozen. All right, now, let's dive into one of my favorites, papaya. Papaya contains natural digestive enzymes, especially an enzyme called papain. This enzyme helps break down protein in the stomach, which can be extremely helpful if you tend to feel heavy, bloated, or uncomfortable after protein-rich meals. One important tip, papaya is best eaten alone or shortly after meals. Eating it by itself allows the enzymes to work more efficiently without competing with heavy foods. For daily intake, most people do well with about 1/2 to 1 cup of fresh papaya. A moderate serving is enough to get the digestive enzyme benefits. Next up, you're going to want to add this one to your smoothies. Coconut meat. Coconut meat contains a gentle type of fiber that helps keep things moving in the digestive tract without being too harsh on the gut. What's also interesting about coconut is that it naturally contains antimicrobial compounds. It can help keep certain unwanted microbes, like excess yeast, from overgrowing in the gut. And when your gut microbes are more balanced, digestion tends to feel a lot better overall. You can have a few tablespoons of fresh coconut meat, add unsweetened coconut flakes to a smoothie, or sprinkle some on yogurt or fruit. And last on the list, pears. Add these in, and your gut will thank you. Pears are one of the most gut-friendly fruits you can eat, especially if your digestion is a little sensitive. They're rich in a fiber called pectin. Pectin helps support the gut lining and also acts like food for your beneficial gut bacteria. A simple way to prepare them is to peel the pear, slice it up, and lightly cook it on the stove with a little water. You can even add a sprinkle of cinnamon if you want a little extra flavor. So now you have 5 gut-healing herbs and 5 fruits that can help you start feeling lighter and bring your digestion back into balance. And the biggest thing to remember is you don't have to do all of these at once. Start simple. Pick 1 or 2 that stand out to you. Stay consistent and pay attention to how your body responds. If you found this helpful, as always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it.